Hey folks, Dane Harden with Western Masters Martial Arts here at my home dojo in Delray Beach, Florida, Boynton Beach, Florida area. This lesson is for my Aikido guys. I have my Hakama laid out. The Hakama itself is the classic garb that's worn by Aikido black belts. So I had a request from one of the students to go over the folding method for the Hakama. So when we look at the Hakama, typically I take it off, I lay it down on the floor as I've already done in prepping for this film. I've got the himo, which are the strings kind of stretched out. What I want to do is to establish the folds. You can see I have them established on this other side, so I'm going to add these other folds back in here. This helps to keep the Hakama nice and neat. The Hakama was really just a classic samurai garb that would have been worn as like chaps to help to protect the legs when riding through thorns and bristles and things like that. There's lots of theories on why the Hakama was worn in Aikido. I like the idea that it just sort of helps to enunciate or express the fluid movement that you see in a lot of Aikido systems. Although honestly, Yoshinkan Aikido, the style that we study, is much more akin to Jiu-Jitsu, so it's a little bit harsher. But you still at higher levels will see great flow and great movement and great blending. So once I've got the 5 folds, which the folds, there are 7 in total, they relate to the Bushido code. They relate to things that were important to the samurai, like the 5 folds on the front. I use the acronym SWEC, which is sincerity, wisdom, etiquette, courage, kindness, which is representative of the 5 folds. The folds on the rear kind of come together and they meet in the center on the back of the himo plate, right? And those represent the backbone of the samurai, which was loyalty. So as I fold this one in, once I get that done, I want to have it about the same width as this front belt pleat. So I'm going to fold this in once, make sure it's kind of neat, fold it twice, fold it on over, fold it the 3rd time. This is an older Hakama, so I've got a hole in here, but you know, I've been doing this a long time, since the 60s, so I've worn out many of these. And when I say 60s, I mean the 1960s for those younger crowd out there. So I'm going to fold this long one, then I fold it in half. I'm just going to take that and lay it over so that it's somewhat neat. I'm going to do this other one as well. Fold this in half. Then I'm going to fold it again. And these are called himo, which are the ties. And I just lay that across, kind of neaten it up a little bit. So now on this, so Bruce, if you kind of want to watch this closely, I'm going to take the shorter himo and I come and lay it over both. Once I've done that, I come under everything. And now from there, I'm going to come around the base and under everything one more time so that I've completely wrapped that first part. The second, using again the short himo, I come over, under everything, come around and catch the short part of it, and back under. So now if I turn this towards the camera, you should start to see a pattern emerging. Now I'm going to take this end of the himo, slide it under this stay, this end of the himo, slide it under this stay, and pull that nice and tight. And when you look at your Hakama, it is now properly folded and you can put it away. This will help to preserve the Hakama, it'll help to keep it in good shape, and you should get serviceability with a good Hakama for, I've had some of these at least 20 years. That's your lesson for this evening, folding the Hakama. I hope you had fun. Thanks a lot. I'm Dane Harden with Western Masters in Boynton Beach, Florida.